The Jakarta Composite Index, or JCI, closed today at 6,943, marking a robust finish for the Indonesian stock market. This closing figure is more than just a number. It represents the collective actions and sentiments of thousands of investors, both big and small, who participated in today's trading session. The index climbed by 39.52 points, translating to a 0.57% gain. This upward movement, while seemingly modest, is a clear indicator of positive momentum building in the market. Such a steady rise signals renewed investor optimism in Indonesia's economic prospects. Traders and investors alike are showing increased confidence, as reflected in the day's trading activity and the overall mood on the trading floor. A higher index means the total value of listed companies has increased, reflecting a bullish sentiment that's spreading across sectors. This is a sign that investors are feeling more secure about the future and are willing to put more money into the market. Today's close is especially notable as it comes just shy of the psychological 7,000 mark, a level that many traders have been watching closely. Breaking through this barrier could signal even greater confidence ahead. The market's positive momentum suggests that investors are looking forward to the next session with anticipation. There's a sense of energy and excitement as participants hope for continued gains and new opportunities. More money flowed into the market than out, with buyers consistently outpacing sellers and pushing prices higher throughout the day. This influx of capital is a strong indicator of growing trust in the market's direction. The JCI acts as a report card for the market, and today's grade was undeniably strong. Analysts and commentators are taking note of this performance, highlighting it as a positive sign for the broader economy. Investors are betting on future growth and value in Indonesian companies, believing that the fundamentals remain solid and that there's room for further appreciation in stock prices. This number isn't just a statistic, it's a snapshot of collective optimism on July 10, 2025. It captures the hopes, strategies, and expectations of everyone involved in the market on this particular day. The gain, while moderate, is significant in a market shaped by both global and local factors. International trends, economic data, and domestic policies all play a role in shaping today's outcome. For newcomers to investing, a green close is a clear and encouraging sign of a good day. It's a reminder that the market can reward patience and smart decision-making. The JCI's strong performance today sets a hopeful tone for what's next, inspiring confidence and anticipation for the future of Indonesia's financial markets. Behind the JCI's rise was a surge in trading activity, the kind that signals a market alive with energy and anticipation. Every corner of the exchange was buzzing, with traders and investors closely watching every tick and movement. Total transactions hit 10.49 trillion rupiah, a sign of a lively liquid market. This figure isn't just a number. It represents the sheer scale of money flowing through the market in a single day, reflecting both confidence and excitement among participants. Volume was massive. 26.20 billion shares changed hands. That's a staggering amount, showing just how many investors were eager to buy and sell, making their moves as opportunities appeared. High value and volume mean the market's move was broad and convincing. It wasn't just a handful of stocks or sectors driving the action. The momentum was spread across the board, giving the rally real substance. This wasn't just a few big players. Many investors participated. From seasoned professionals to first-time traders, the market saw a wide range of participants, each contributing to the day's dynamic pace. Strong activity like this fuels the market's engine, giving weight to the index's climb. It's the collective action of thousands of trades that powers such a significant move upward. Buyers were aggressive, willing to pay higher prices to secure shares. This kind of determination often signals a strong belief in future gains, as investors compete to get in before prices rise further. Such conviction shows investors believe in their choices, whether buying or selling. It's a sign of confidence, and that confidence can be contagious, drawing even more participants into the market. For new investors, these numbers reveal the market's energy and opportunity. It's a chance to learn, to observe, and perhaps to take part in the excitement of a truly active trading day. A sleepy market drifts. Today's market was wide awake. From the opening bell, there was a sense of urgency and purpose, with every trade adding to the day's momentum. Over 10 trillion rupiah in trades means real momentum. It's a clear signal that investors are not just watching from the sidelines. They're actively shaping the market's direction. This dynamism created the power behind the JCI's positive close. The day's energy didn't just lift prices, it set the tone for what could come next. Strong trading activity made today's rally possible, reminding everyone that when the market comes alive, anything can happen. The JCI's gain didn't mean every stock rose. In fact, beneath the surface of the index, there was a fascinating story unfolding, one that reveals the true character of the market on days like this. Out of 793 stocks listed, 362 advanced, 205 declined, and 226 remained unchanged. This breakdown gives us a clearer picture of how widespread the rally really was and how many companies actually participated in the upward move. This broad participation shows healthy market breadth. When a large number of stocks move higher together, it signals that the rally is not just limited to a handful of big names, but is supported by a wide range of sectors and industries. More gainers than losers pulled the index higher, creating a sense of momentum that can attract even more investors to join in. Of course, not every stock had a good day. Some fell due to company-specific news, disappointing earnings, or simple profit-taking. These declines are normal, even on strong days, and remind us that the market is always a mix of winners and losers. Unchanged stocks are often lightly traded or balanced between buyers and sellers, reflecting a wait-and-see attitude or a lack of fresh news to move prices. The key takeaway is that the rally was broad-based, not driven by just a few giants. This kind of participation is what market watchers look for as a sign of underlying strength. Healthy breadth gives investors confidence in the market's strength, suggesting that optimism is shared across many different companies and sectors. If losers outnumbered winners, it'd be a red flag, but not today. Instead, the market's gains were supported by a solid majority of advancing stocks. The majority of stocks joined the upward move, reinforcing the idea that this rally has a strong and stable foundation. This widespread optimism is a positive sign for the market's health, and it often leads to greater confidence among both institutional and retail investors. Investors can trust the rally's foundation, knowing that gains are not concentrated in just a few stocks, but are shared across the board. Today's gains were shared across the board, making this rally one that truly reflects the collective strength and resilience of the market. Today, 10 of 11 sectors finished in the green, showing widespread optimism. The property and real estate sector led, jumping 1.69%. Investors see property as a bet on economic growth and possibly lower interest rates. Government policies or strong sales may have fueled the surge. When a major sector like property outperforms, it lifts the whole index. Other sectors, finance, consumer goods, infrastructure, also contributed. Broad sector gains signal confidence in the entire economy. Investors aren't just betting on one industry, but on Indonesia's future. Property's strong showing gave the JCI an extra boost. The tech sector was the lone laggard, dipping just 0.08%, a minor pause amid a rally. Investors may have taken profits after recent tech gains. Sometimes, global tech news, like weak US or China results, spills over to Indonesia. With the Nasdaq showing weakness, local investors grew cautious. This tiny dip is more a breather than a warning sign. Money rotated from tech into sectors like property, chasing immediate potential. The market always shifts focus. Today, tech took a back seat. A single day's decline doesn't signal long-term trouble. The tech sector's pause is part of normal market cycles. Today, other sectors simply stole the spotlight. Indonesia's strong gain stood out in a mixed Asian market. Singapore's Straits Times Index rose 0.18%, and Japan's Nikkei 225 gained 0.33%, both positive but less than Jakarta. Meanwhile, China's Shanghai Composite slipped 0.13%, and Hong Kong's Hang Seng dropped 1.06%. The region lacked a single trend. Each market reacted to local news. Indonesia outperformed its peers, driven by domestic strength. Weakness in China and Hong Kong highlighted Jakarta's resilience. Investors saw more reasons for confidence in Indonesia than elsewhere. The JCI's rally was fueled by local factors, not just regional momentum. On a fragmented day in Asia, Jakarta charted its own course. The market's strength was homegrown. Indonesia's story was one of clear upward momentum. In Europe, markets echoed Jakarta's optimism. Germany's DAX surged 1%, signaling strong confidence in Europe's powerhouse. The UK's FTSE 100 rose 0.22%, modest but positive. European gains suggest a global risk-on mood, supporting stocks worldwide. When Europe rallies, it often encourages investors in emerging markets like Indonesia. The positive tone in Frankfurt and London added to Jakarta's confidence. Today's global backdrop was supportive, not isolated. The JCI's rise fit into a broader wave of optimism. Green screens in Europe reinforced the bullish trend in Jakarta. In contrast, U.S. markets were mostly weaker. The S&P 500 slipped 0.07%, and the Dow fell 0.37%. Only the tech-heavy Nasdaq managed a tiny 0.03% gain. Wall Street's mixed signals often set the global tone, but not today. U.S. declines reflected concerns over inflation, Fed policy, and earnings. Despite this, the JCI rallied, showing Indonesia's market was driven by local strength. The contrast highlights Jakarta's independence from Wall Street's mood. Domestic factors like property surge and broad participation outweighed U.S. weakness. Investors in Indonesia focused on their own story. The JCI's strong close stood out as Wall Street faltered. Today, Jakarta marched to its own beat. Local optimism overpowered global caution. The JCI's close at 6,943 capped a day of high energy and broad gains. Strong volume and widespread advances show investor confidence in Indonesia's outlook. Property's leadership signals faith in the domestic economy. The JCI's resilience, despite weakness in Asia and the U.S., points to strong local drivers. Investors are focused on stable inflation, solid profits, and political stability. One good day doesn't guarantee a trend. Markets can turn quickly. The tech sector's slight dip is a reminder of ongoing volatility. Today's session is a win for the bulls, but caution remains wise. The JCI's momentum gives hope for a push past 7,000. Investors should watch if this optimism can last. For now, it's a day of progress and promise for Indonesia's market.